Rafael Alves versus Nurullo Aliev. Rafael Alves is one of the most exciting fighters. Win or lose, this guy brings it. He's got 20 wins and 11 losses. I know it's not the prettiest record, but he's got overwhelming finishes. The overwhelming majority of his losses are finishes, and the majority of his wins are finishes. 15 of his 20 wins, 7 by KO, 8 by submission. Very versatile. And unfortunately, he's very versatile in defeat, too. 4 KOs, 6 submissions of his 11 losses. Just one decision. So he's kill or be killed. Very action fighter, which is great. And it's the exact opposite of what you could say about his opponent, unfortunately. Nurullo Aliev is a neutralizer. This guy, he's got an 8-0 record and just 2 finishes. 6 decisions. Coming into the UFC with an 8-0 record, most guys would have 7 finishes probably on average. So he's definitely not the most potent finisher. He's not the most exciting fighter, but he's very good. Very good. He's 8-0 for a reason. He's a relentless grappler. He's Tajiki. I don't know if that's what you say. He's from Tajikistan, which, as you know, means that he's Dagestani. He may as well be. That's how he fights. He kind of looks like Khabib, too. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but I don't give a fuck. And he certainly looks like him when he fights. He's got great takedowns. He's hit them in crucial moments, too. That one majority decision I watched, he had one really close fight, a majority decision. The majority of it was held on the feet, but he still had takedown prowess throughout that whole fight in the 3rd round. And the majority of it was standing. It's not like the takedowns were that effective for him there, but it was good for him to show and display that, he still had that prowess in round 3. And he's shown that in other fights, too. Again, 6 fights have gone to a decision. And he's shown to have great cardio. I have no reason to doubt his cardio. I have basic doubts about this matchup. And that Rafael Alves is a guy who is a ball of muscle, athletic ball of muscle, fast twitch, muscle, energy, fibers, whatever the fuck you say about that shit. He's got all that shit. And it looks like he would have many more first-round knockouts, but first-round finishes. He's only got 3 of his 15 finishes being in the first round, which is a surprise, but I also think it bodes well for his finishing prowess. He's not just some first-round killer. 80% of his finishes come in rounds 2 and 3. And again, they're split between TKOs and submissions. And I think fighting a guy who's going to invite more opportunities by just not having that finishing prowess that the other guys to fight Rafael Alves have had. I mean, look at the guys. The one guy to go to a decision with him is Damir Ismagulov. The one guy who, especially at the UFC level, was an established point fighter. And it's no coincidence that he's the one person of the 11 people to defeat Alves who went to a decision. I think Nurullo Aliev, even though he may fatigue Alves more on the ground than Damir Ismagulov would on the feet, even though there was a lot of grinding in that fight, Nurullo Aliev is going to leave openings for Rafael Alves. And I like Alves' money line here. I like his chances of winning this fight, plain and simple. I think he's got the athleticism and explosive advantage in round 1, which he has in every fucking fight, I'm assuming, including those 11 losses. And I also think down the stretch, even though Aliev should be winning the majority of the fight, of any fight he's in, probably looking the same, where he's doing the grind, but not putting Alves away, not having that potent finishing prowess, I think it's going to allow Alves to win this fight. More opportunities. And even a decision isn't out of the realm of possibility for Alves. He is 5-1 in decisions. And he's a guy who, in this fight especially, would need big moments to win decisions. He's going to have to steal 2 rounds against a guy who is an effective neutralizer so far, but and a really good grinder. But this is the UFC, so it's been known to happen. I'm taking Rafael Alves to exploit some weaknesses in the newcomer's game, especially because the newcomer is not going to be trying to take him out of the fight. Now watch him win a first-round knockout, Nurullo Aliev. No, but I like Rafael Alves, plus 150. I like the money line because, again, can't trust TKO or submission. Good luck isolating any one of those in an Alves fight. And I also think, Aliev has shown toughness. He's shown grit, again, trying hard in round 3. I can't rule anything out with him. I think there's even a chance Alves wins a decision. So his money line is the play, plus 150. Let's go Rafael Alves. I want to see fucking action, and I want to see really a finish. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.